Yo, welcome to the show. Do I have good news for you? We just picked our 5.6 draft selection in the Fantasy Football Throne. What's the Fantasy Football Throne? The skinny on that, if you don't know, it's the biggest, we believe the biggest Instagram league, expert league in history, and probably one of the biggest expert leagues ever. And the reason it's big, it's very unique, is 12 experts. The Fantasy Football Show community is one. They go head to head. But the caveat, the the unique part about the Throne League is that all of the followers draft a team for that expert. So 12 teams, 12 expert communities. The followers draft via vote whenever the experts on the clock, and it's a month-long draft, 6 to 8 hour timer. We get through less than a round a day. And when on the clock, you go live, you put out polls, you get on your Discord community. I go live on IG, I go live on YouTube, I collect all the votes, and we do it different each time we're on the clock. And we're currently at 5.6, our 1.6 overall draft selection, which was our draft slot. We took Dalvin Cook. And for whatever reason, there's a lot of controversy over that pick. It was a bad pick. It was too early. He's going to hold out, blah, blah, blah. There's a reason he fell to 1.6. The holdout's baked into that. The holdout risk is baked into that. So we took Dalvin Cook at 1.6. We took at 2.7 Christopher Godwin. Christopher Godwin, a top, I don't know, 3 to 5 wide receiver potential, a floor value of, I don't know, 7 to 10. A guy that if you draft at 2.7 and he disappoints you, he probably earns you the value back at 2.7. And if he explodes, he gets like 9 to 12 overall value. Safe as can be at 2.7. Our 3.6 draft selection was Patty Mahomes. Pat Mahomes was deserving of top 14 to 15 to 16 overall consideration. We passed on him at 2.7. We wanted him, but we were smart because we knew ADP data suggested he was about 3.1, 2.12. But we knew that this league in particular, hit that thumbs up on the way in. This league in particular is full of a bunch of running back hungry drafters, and they don't like quarterbacks early. Most all of them. There was maybe one owner in there that was considering going Mahomes early on, and they didn't. And so we're playing the numbers game on that. So we said, hey, in our Discord chat, which you can find at sleeperu.com/Discord. Sleeperu, the letter U.com/Discord. Yeah, he says ADP doesn't matter. So we, the Fantasy Football Show community, voted in our boy Patty Mahomes at 3.6, and we were ecstatic to get him. Lamar went at 3.5. We would have probably had a debate on our hands. Who do we go with, Mahomes or Lamar? Lamar or Mahomes? And I would have been fine with either, although my preference is Patty Mahomes. I think Patty Mahomes could throw for 40 TDs when he's crapping the bed. Just a big mess all year. Just shiat everywhere. Craps the bed, 40 TDs. And crapping the bed, you earn 3.6 overall value back if you're Pat Mahomes crapping the bed. 40 TDs earns you way, way over. What's up, Gunner? Way, way over. Hey, Gunner, can you tell everybody in Discord we're live? Maybe post a link if you can. Yeah. So crap in the bed, Pat Mahomes earns 3.6 value. If he delivers and scores 50 TDs, he deserves an earmuffs for all you. Oh my God, it can take a QB early, Smitty. People, earmuffs. This is going to hurt. If Pat Mahomes is a 45 to 50 TD quarterback, Patty Mahomes deserves to be in your first round. But unfortunately for everybody else, but fortunately for you, he's not going there. You don't need to draft Pat Mahomes in the first round because people are against it and driving that thinking out the window. You won't find anybody willing to take a quarterback in the first round in the real world, which is great news, fantastic news. And and even when you take Pat Mahomes at 2.12, 2.03, what's up, Jay? Even if you take him at 3.6 where we took him, you're still going to hear, not as many, but you're still going to hear one or two people out of 10 They're going to go, oof, took a quarterback early, huh? I like to wait until, and they give you the dumb line over and over. I would like to wait until the middle round range to get value at QB because QB's fall late. And you hear the same line, they're reading it from everybody else. Pat Mahomes was the biggest steal from 3.6. I can't tell you how excited I am. We got Patrick Mahomes, little Patty Mahomes at 3.6. He's going to explode from that draft value. Do you see a trend in every one of our picks so far? Cook took him at a place where he could explode from his draft value. Cook can explode from 6. If you don't think Cook can explode from 6, ask yourself. His ADP was 3 before the holdout talk. He climbed above Zeke Elliott. His ADP was 3, and it doubled in the wrong direction to number 6 overall. 3 plus 3 is 6. I hate to break it to you, all you Dalvin Cook. He can't do well from 6 overall value. He can double his return. He can be number 3, number 2. I think obviously Barkley and McCaffrey are ahead of him. I draft them obviously ahead of Dalvin Cook, but Cook could be top 2 to 3. No question about it. He could also be 10 to, holding out and not playing at all. We factored that in. We're willing to take that risk. We'll probably reach for Alexander Mattison before we have to, just to make sure. And if we don't get him, so be it. But we'll do our best to do that. And I think that'll secure some things for us. And if we do get Alexander Mattison, we'll be flying high. Nothing's going to take us down unless multiple injuries happen, and anything can happen. Nothing's a lock. But I'm absolutely walking into 2020 with this team. If we do, we took Hunt. I haven't gotten there yet, but Juju, I'll ruin it for you. 3.6 Patty Mahomes, 4.7. Enter the first little inner squabble, you could say, within our community. Hit that thumbs up on the way in. 22 to 50 of you watching throughout the whole thing. I've been watching it, and only 8 thumbs up. A thumb up helps the channel and helps YouTube deliver this to more people that think, oh, this is popular stuff. So help a brother out. Let's get that number up there. It's at 9 now. Come on. Hit it. Punch it. Smash it. 4.7, we had a little bit of a debate on our hands. Naturally, when you have a 50-50 split vote, and we had half the people wanting David Montgomery, half the people wanting DK Metcalf. Actually, I would say a third wanting David Montgomery, a third wanting DK Metcalf, and a third wanting Calvin Ridley. And the Calvin Ridley owners seemed very, very, very against DK Metcalf for whatever reason. And the DK Metcalf owners seem to be open-minded to Ridley, but like DK more. So it's weird. It's weird. The dynamic we had was very strange, and everybody was kind of mad that didn't want DK. We narrowed it down to Monty and DK, and DK won by not a lot. It was a couple votes, and they kind of went back and forth. And then we set a certain number. DK hit the number first. Then after that, we had controversy because Monty pulled ahead of him. Then people started taking away their votes, and then DK went above him again. And DK ended up pulling away by quite a bit, once that was all subsided. So DK Metcalf, same theme that I've been talking about. He can outperform his draft value by 2 rounds. Him and Mahomes, I think, out of all the 4 picks we made at this point, through Dalvin Cook at 1.6, Christopher Godwin at 2.7, and little Patty Mahomes, 3.6, and then now DK Metcalf, 4.7. Out of all 4 of those, DK Metcalf and Mahomes both have the ability to outscore their draft position by over 2 rounds. You can't say that about a lot of draft picks. You can't say that about your entire draft more than once. Sometimes you have that player. You have a player that can outscore his draft position by maybe 10 slots, something like that. How often can you say not only once, but twice? We have 2 players that can outperform their draft position by over 2 rounds. That's how you draft. That's how you win a league. That's how you minimize your risk. That's how you walk into a team with massive, massive upside and lower risk, and also players that can counterbalance anything that goes wrong. Let's say DK Metcalf does flop. Well, Mahomes, because we have him at such a good value range that can explode 2 rounds ahead, he can make up the difference and wash that out. That's the advantage of when you are on the clock. You ask yourself, can this player outperform this draft slot by over a round or whatever? Smitty, who do you think has the best team besides us? I like the experts team with the Barkley, DJ Moore, and who's his other player that he has. That's a pretty good team. What's up, Jay? What's up, dude? He says, Jay. What's up, Jay? Dollar Bill um, really can outperform his draft position by over 2 rounds. He can be a top 10 wide receiver. I think that too. Dollar Bill. I'm not saying there aren't other players. I'm saying how often can you say that about two players on your team? If we had taken Ridley instead of DK, I would have been. I know Dirty Dollar Bill. He's like the he's like the guy that won't let go of the Ridley thing, and I don't blame you, Dirty Dollar Bill. I'm not mad at you over that. I know you're passionate about it, and for that, I appreciate you. But Dirty Dollar Bill wanted Ridley so bad over DK, and I don't blame him. It's just odd to me that everybody that's pro Ridley was anti DK, but people that were pro DK were not necessarily anti Ridley. They like Ridley too. It's just a weird combination. Trust your gut if Ridley's your guy. Now, Dirty Dollar Bill. I don't know if you know this, but I started touting Ridley before last year. Um, he was on my bold predictions last year. So know that I've been supporting Ridley for a long, long, long time. I just happen to like DK more. I don't hate Ridley at all, bro. I don't hate him at all. He was on my bold predictions for 2019. In my top 10 bold predictions, I said this guy will take Calvin Johnson's job within 1 to 1.5 calendar years. And Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones. He would take Julio Jones' spot in that number one role, not his job. He will surpass him. The baton will be passed within 1.5 years. That means in the middle of this year, I'm predicting Ridley becomes the shift happens. And it's always uncomfortable to predict because you kind of almost have to predict it a year early to predict it, right? Because you can't predict it while it's happening, then you're Captain Obvious. You're not just trying to shoot your shot. Like it's a strategic, logical thing. That's good. You like DK too. But whenever you're predicting a guy to break out, you're predicting something that not everybody feels is coming, right? It's going to be a shocker to a lot of people. So it's going to always be uncomfortable for a lot of people. They're not going to like if you say DK Metcalf's going to be a top 10 wide receiver. If it doesn't happen and he's nowhere close to that ADP wise, the general population of people are saying on average we're drafting him at fifth round value. Why on earth do you think he's going to be a top 10 wide receiver? It's going to rub people the wrong way. It's going against the grain. All bull predictions do. Hit the thumbs up. So at this point, we've got Dalvin Cook, Christopher Godwin, little Patty Mahomes, DK Metcalf, and then 5 point. Well, let me paint this backstory here. When we went DK, running backs are flying off the board. We had a real welcome, Nick. We had a real upset Discord community. Half of the community upset that we didn't take Monty. We needed a running back, but a lot of us that wanted DK, and I didn't really put I didn't really sway anything until the end when it was tied, and I had to make a decision to kind of push it one way or the other. Like I don't think I was unfair about it. I let the people decide. If it was Monty, it was Monty, and I was going to be okay with that. But I went ahead and let it play out, and then once it was just going to stay tied, I'm like, guys, I think DK's the pick. DK's the best player available. DK could be a number one wide receiver in 2020. I firmly believe he will. The fear was no running back would fall to us that we like, but we had faith. We took DK. We took the best player available. We didn't stray from the plan. And guess who fell to us at 5.6? Kareem, the Dream Hunt, and he is such a dynamic win a league player in 2020 for several reasons. One, the same theme that we've been talking about over and over and over. We did like Mostert. Mostert was in the conversation. Ingram was in the conversation. And who else was in the conversation, JP? Chark was until Chark was taken right before that pick. But Mostert, Ingram, Andrews was taken too, but we were thinking about Andrews at tight end. Swift was someone we kind of kicked around, and he could still be available at the next pick. That would be a great pick too. But this is why Kareem Hunt is such a good value pick. Number one, same theme. Every single Ertz is a good one for next round. Every single player we've drafted has the upside to explode from their draft value. And Mahomes and DK, our last two picks, the third rounder and the fourth rounder, could explode by over 2 rounds, which is insane. That's insane value. It's really hard to draft two back-to-back players in round 3 and 4 that can literally outperform their draft value by 2 rounds. Kareem Hunt is the same thing. While Kareem Hunt's going to feel uncomfortable for some people, they're going to think to themselves, Kareem Hunt's not the starter. Injury would have to happen. How the hell Guru subscribed to Sleeper U? I think he is Tannehill's dad because he drafted an all Smitty team. And I like Guru. Guru's got a top 4 team. But Kareem Hunt will eat enough to earn low end in a disappointing year, low end running back 2 value, which is all we need out of Hunt. Yeah, he's going to get PPR work. And there is, a lot of people will say that Kareem Hunt outscored Nick Chubb in some of the games last year when he returned, that Nick Chubb fell off. But the real thing is what Steven's saying right here. If Chubb gets hurt, we win the league. If Chubb doesn't get hurt, and Chubb getting hurt doesn't feel unrealistic to me at all. Came out of college with one of those gruesome knee injuries that we've ever seen. Brutal workload on top of those knees. Big frame, aggressive running style where he's putting his body at risk more than average running backs. Overworked, second leading rusher in 2019, walking into a Stefanski system that's going to run him into the ground. Not a ton of PPR work, so most of his work is through 300-pound linemen. There's logic to this. Like, I love when people act like I'm not putting any logical components together for this. Like, oh, Smitty's just predicting injury. Is what I'm saying not making some sense to even the you can't predict injury, blah, blah, blah person? These are all logical things. There are things that put Nick Chubb on the map in injury predictive data walking into 2019 to make him surface as one of the more likely top 10 running backs to get hurt. Then at that point, he didn't get hurt. So you got to say, like, well, how accurate is that data? It's predictive. It's not going to be a lock every time. It's not just going to be 100% every time. Smitty throws a bunch of ideas into the hat. Don't believe him. What sheeple say? What? I don't know what you're saying. Don't believe him, sheeple. I'm trying to read. Steven. Did somebody say something crazy? Because I don't see it. Tell me what you're talking about, Jay. I still don't understand it, though, Jay. But definitely repeat it because I don't get it. My point is this. What are you guys talking about? I don't even know. Noah says he got you. Why does the counselor always come up with crazy predictions? Because he's an entertainer. He said Lamar Jackson was going to get outscored by Tannehill in 2020. That's his new bold prediction. Yeah, I'm confused. Jay, explain it again because I don't get it. Kareem Hunt is going to – Stefanski's going to overuse Nick Chubb. Now, whether Nick Chubb holds up or not, Nick Chubb will be a top 5 to 10 running back per start. No question about it. No question about it whatsoever. So let me make sure that doesn't get twisted up. I'm not predicting that Kareem Hunt unseats Nick Chubb. It's always possible when you have two elite running backs. And Kareem Hunt is in some ways better than Nick Chubb, but in some ways, Nick Chubb is better than Kareem Hunt. But if you look at some total, all of their skills, I would say they're at least equal. Some would argue that Kareem Hunt's actually overall better because he's a PPR guy. He can handle the workload between the tackles, and he's a good, just a damn good pass catcher. He can play wide receiver. So to me, Kareem Hunt has that potential of at least stealing some work enough that doesn't really affect Hunt because Stefanski produces that much offense. This is the guy, Stefanski, that was in Minnesota that architected Dalvin Cook's phenomenal breakout bounce back season in 2019. And he said, I'm going to funnel everything through the running game, and he sure enough did. Dial back the pass. That's going to happen in Cleveland. Like, don't get too excited about the passing game in Cleveland. Same thing that happened in Minnesota when Stefanski arrived will happen for Cleveland. Cleveland's going to dial back the pass, funnel everything through the running game, which means Nick Chubb is going to eat way more than he needs to, which means that Kareem Hunt's going to be there picking up the leftovers, and combined, these guys are going to be elite. We could literally have Chubb in the top 5 to 10, Kareem Hunt in the top 15. That's how much work is available in Cleveland. Does not mean that Nick Chubb has to get unseated. That kind of value is, in my opinion, locked into Kareem Hunt's 5.6 overall draft value, the value we paid. A lot of people might think Kareem Hunt's early at 5.6. I'm telling you, I firmly believe in a bad, disappointing year for Kareem Hunt, and what I would consider to be bad and disappointing, that he doesn't get any starts or anything, Kareem Hunt will earn 5.6 value sleepwalking. If Nick Chubb, who's been overworked, if Nick Chubb, who has had severe knee issues in the past that has not in the NFL, like, I don't want to twist anything up there, but he has been overworked in a very short window, and the plans for 2020 are to work him even more than they did when he got overworked in a very short window of time. A guy with knee issues, injury history, and a gruesome knee injury that most likely does cause long-term arthritis and cartilage issues because of the severity of the knee injury. It's hard to put the knee back together 100%. It usually has problems after something so severe as Nick Chubb's endured. Makes me think there's an opportunity for Hunt to get starts in 2020. It's no lock. And if it doesn't happen, Kareem Hunt earns 5.6 value, guys. This is the best draft selection we could have had. This is my 1 5th round or later must-have player. Win a league player in 2020, Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt can single-handedly win you a fantasy football championship in 2020, and he's safeguarded into earning you back his value that you pay from 5.5 to on. I wouldn't take him in the 4th at all, but 5 point whatever, he'll easily earn you that value back. Easily. And the upside's there to win your league. What other running back in the league can you say is a locked and loaded top 5 running back if he gets in there as the backup? Maybe Madison, but more of like the 6 to 10 variety. Tony Pollard, 6 to 10, 5 to 10. He could be there too because of the offense. That's it, man. Lat Murray, borderline 8 to 12. These are the backup running backs you need to have in 2020. J.K. Dobbins, 8 to 14. Kareem Hunt, top 5. I love the pick, Smitty. Thanks, Royal. I appreciate that. Doug Martin, Jay. What about Doug Martin? Let me roll back and see what you said, Jay, because I missed what you were talking about earlier. Smitty, is this a 3 wide receiver league? Yes, it is. Sports. That's why we almost went Chark if he was there. If Chark was there and Kareem Hunt went, let's say Rapper took Kareem Hunt like he should have, I would have been on board with Chark or Andrews, even though we hadn't drafted a running back 2 yet. I don't care. I could give 2 craps about what people think about my drafting style. And granted, it wasn't up to me. It'd be up to the community. It'd be up to the vote. But if it was up to me, or if I could sway the community, I would have walked out of the 5th round without a running back 2 I wouldn't have lost a single wink of sleep. I could care less what people think of my drafting style. The bottom line, end of day, you start 3 wide receivers in this league, 2 running backs, and 1 additional flex, 1 quarterback, 1 tight end. We have we have Godwin, and we have DK Metcalf. That means we have a vacant wide receiver 3. We've got 1 running back 1. We don't have our running back. We don't have our flex. Whether we go running back or not, and I know that this could create a problem. Let's say Cook went down or something, or Cook ended up holding out. We could be in severe trouble because we're rotating really bad options there. But we still have a hole at wide receiver 3 if we don't go wide receiver. We still have a hole at tight end, and we still have a hole at our flex. To me, I take the best player available at every single turn with only a little bit of consideration when all things are pretty much equal. Maybe if they're slightly not equal, but the position of need is more important. There's exceptions to every rule. We kind of did that with Dalvin Cook. Mike Thomas was a bit safer, obviously, but it wasn't safer in the big picture because we had Dalvin Cook and Godwin as our projected, which we projected well. We got it. Dalvin Cook and Godwin going up against Mike Thomas in the like Leonard Fournette variety. We didn't like the running backs that were there. For us, going a little bit more risky, but still potentially as good. I mean, Dalvin Cook, before the holdout talk, was ranked ADP-wise 2 spots ahead of Mike Thomas. Now with a little holdout talk, which is concerning, it's some risk. It's something to think about and contemplate and weigh on and think on and consider. But even with that, he could still hang around 5, 6, 7 and be very safe. So Kareem Hunt was absolute fire. I that was just such an it's an amazing feeling getting your absolute biggest breakout candidate at the hands of your followers when really it's out of your control. My followers are awesome. All of you are awesome. You guys took it and ran with it. You home run, overwhelming landslide voted Kareem Hunt into the 5.6 spot for us. And the whole, I haven't heard any negativity. I haven't heard anybody go, oh, well, he's not guaranteed touch. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that he is set up for guaranteed floor value of low-end running back 2 production. And not one person, except for Watkins right now, said bad pick. Right when I said that. Watkins is the first person I've heard say bad pick out of the hundreds, borderline thousands of people that I've run into through the comments and the lives and everything. Actually, more than that, because when I went live, there were well over 1,000 views on that. Not one person in there thought it was a bad pick. Watkins just ironically said that right when I said it. I thought it was fitting. How many running backs would you draft in the early rounds? I draft best player available. It doesn't even matter. I'm not going to pigeonhole that. Randy asked, Hunt over Hollywood? Yes, because Hollywood's ADP is much later, and you can get away with more. Wait on Hollywood. We taken Debo with our first bench pick? Dude, that's not a bad idea, Moon. Hunt, Groovy says Hunt is an extremely talented running back. He proved that in KC. He also, this isn't me supporting the idea that he's going to unseat Nick Chubb, but him and Chubb were scoring near the same. And I think that Stefanski's different. Stefanski coming over means that he's definitely going to commit to one running back. Is there a shot that Hunt somehow earns favor? I mean, anything's possible. But I think that Hunt is not going to unseat him. Chubb is more likely to get hurt than to get unseated. And Hunt is guaranteed to get you a certain level of production that will earn back his 5.6 overall draft value. That may seem high to people that aren't mock drafting constantly. That may seem high to people that kind of are in and out of the fantasy football news and evaluation process. Doesn't mean I'm saying you don't know what you're doing. If you don't feel that way, it just means that you aren't seeing it enough, I think, to accept it. And maybe you don't like Hunt Smitty, Hunt was your best pick. Now, Royal, I would normally say Hunt was our best pick, but Royal is admittedly not on our side. But that's okay because Royal is still a very loyal follower here on the Fantasy Football Show. But Royal, I asked the same question to you that I asked Bird over on Instagram. Do you not feel very well taken care of here on the Fantasy Football Show? Like almost more than any other analyst. You don't have to directly say yes, but I feel like no one goes live more than me. No one tries to deliver more content than me. No one tries to deliver more helpful, like new, bold ways of thinking. Like Royal, you love it here. I know you do. I give you another year before you're like, I'm Team Smitty now, but I still am loyal to my guy. Like I just want you to know, like I'm real loyal to my guy. But I love Team Smitty. I love Team Smitty. It's gonna take a year, Royal, and I'm gonna earn that from you. I'm gonna earn that from you. Um, Jerry Rice ran a 4.7. That Rice was slow, which is crazy. Hunt is big and strong, but sure how talented he runs a 4.6 40-yard dash. That's why you said that about Jerry Rice. AB getting interest. Yeah, that'll be interesting, won't it? Smitty Hunt was your. Oh, I already read that. I already read that. I'm excited, man. Patty Mahomes on the left, right here. Patty Mahomes, Dalvin Cook, Kareem Hunt, Chris Godwin, DK Metcalf. Boom. AB won't be able to play first half of the season. Smitty, you are the GOAT. Thank you, Alex. Watkins, Smitty, I got to give it to you. You're the hardest working man in show basis. Thank you. I like to think I'm like the Gary V of fantasy football. You know, I don't stop. My motor just keeps going. I see a lot of similarities in the way he approaches what he does and how I approach my little world. Like that's why I like Gary Vee so much. I feel like I have so much in common with his motor that he has. Neither one of us do drugs. I don't think he does drugs or drink. I don't think he drinks either. I mean, I could drink, like, I'm not allergic to it, but I don't I work, man. Like, Friday night, I work. I don't have time to drink. I don't have time to go out to the bar. I don't go out. I'm not a social person, believe it or not. I'm an introvert, believe it or not. Like, I may talk a big game here on camera, but when I go, like, out and about, I don't I shy away from even, like, you know, talking to people. Like, I'm a homebody, bro. This is what I do. New Year's Eve, when people are out drinking and partying, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm like literally typing away and creating content and getting ready to roll over my 2020 content in 2021 and just ready to hit that button, man. As soon as it turns midnight, boom, 2021 rankings are up, everything's up. Let's start selling this bad boy. Let's start getting content created. Let's go live. That's my idea of a Friday night. And I think that it's hard to find that mentality, and that's why I feel like no one can really outwork me in this industry. Like that's how, and I say that with confidence, not being cocky, is because I live it. I love it. I do it all day long, and going live, creating a video, going live on IG, going live on Twitter, going live on Twitch, going live on YouTube all in one day is like I have a drive to do that, a desire to do that. Like I kind of want to go on Twitch after this, you know, and a lot of other people look at it as like a drag, you know. I don't want to edit that. I don't want to put that together, and it's like it's pretty easy to give my blueprint of working hard because a lot of people um, they say they want to, but they just don't produce the content, you know. Smitty the real MVP during these tough times. Thank you, sir. Gurley over Cook. What? Who said Gurley over Cook? I don't have my take a lap button, but Gurley over Cook. Seven says Gurley is set to play. Cook is holding out. No, dude, Gurley went in the second round in our league. I can't believe it. That was a horrible pick. No offense, Couch, but that was just bad. Gurley in the second round. No way, man. Gurley in like the third or fourth round, like I could at least like I don't know, I could at least give you like a nod, a fake nod or something, but like not talk about you seven. I don't know where you're telling me Cook over Gurley, but Gurley got drafted in the second round, which was, oh my God, that was way too high. I can't believe a whole community came together and voted Gurley in the second round. Just feel like that's way too early. If Gurley stays healthy, is that still a bad pick? Yeah, um, because you could get him so much later, you know? So it's kind of like our Mahomes pick. Taking Mahomes, I guess I wouldn't say it'd be a bad pick in the middle of the second round. In retrospect, it would have been a wasted opportunity to have taken Mahomes at 2.7 when we got him at 3.6. So Gurley could have been had later. There's no question about it. Cook should go third. Nick says, I need some help. Okay, tell us what we need help with. Can you ask a question? Yes, Nick. Gurley has grandpa knees behind a bad offensive line. Gurley hasn't been drafted in the second round since 2017. Second round is terrible reach. I still appreciate you, Seven. Smitty, you on board with Damian Harris as a late round running back stash? Absolutely. People forget that Damian Harris was the more productive college runner at Alabama when he and Josh Jacobs played together. It was Damian Harris that was the leading rusher, the only 1,000-yard receiver between the two. Josh Jacobs has never rushed for 1,000 yards. I love Josh Jacobs. I was a little slow at getting on board because he didn't have the long term track record, but I really like him now. Okay, how can you put a solid running back two behind Cook when Cook is holding out? I mean, okay, Seven. I understand what you're saying. That you're like you're here. It's just simple. We're like arguing totally different stances here. This is what Seven's trying to say. Seven's trying to say that when a player holds out, he now believes them, and that's fine. I'm not ripping on that. It just becomes I'm going to go in another direction, and I totally get that. Like, but I think the way you're wording it is like I probably wouldn't say Gurley's better than him. I think you're just going to get people to see it a certain way. If if Bill over here thinks that Cook is bluffing and Cook's not holding out, and you think Cook might hold out, and you're not talking about that as the crutch, you're talking about Gurley. You're putting Gurley into that mix at all. That's the wrong way to argue that because all anybody's going to hear Seven is that you like Todd Gurley over Dalvin Cook, and that's just like that's not a good look. But if you're saying I would rather spend a pick on somebody else and get a later Todd Gurley, so go Mike Thomas, get Todd Gurley later, like that I get. That I understand what you're trying to say. Mecole Hardman late, I like Mecole Hardman late. I still appreciate you, Seven. Seven's been here a while. Seven has earned a pass on one or two comments. You don't even have to take a lap on that, bro. Seven's like grandfathered in. Gunner, the only concern with Cook is that we pretty much have to draft another player to make our first round pick safe. But what's great about that is we would have done that anyway. Like, I sleep good at night knowing I've got Chubb and Kareem Hunt like a baby. I sleep beautifully when I have Madison and Cook. I sleep like I've never slept before. Can't even hear my alarm in the morning when I've got Zeke Elliott and I've got Tony Pollard. It's funny that after McCaffrey and after Barkley, you literally have almost the next handful of running backs in a row immediately that have the best backups we've seen in a long time. Kamara Lat Murray, Zeke Tony Pollard, Chubb Kareem Hunt, Cook Madison. Those particular running backs have the best backups we've seen in a long ass time. So I don't mind drafting Madison. Here's the way you got to look at this, and I appreciate the question, and it's a great topic, so I'm glad you brought it up. Don't you think it's better to know that you have, even if you reach a whole round and a half for Madison, I don't care if he's our next pick, don't you feel great knowing that you have two players? Yes, you sacrificed a draft slot in this process, but you have two players that guarantee you running back one production. Now, Cook guarantees you 2 to 5. Madison's more like 5 to 10 or 6 to 10. But you're guaranteed top 5 running back numbers unless both freakishly go down. Now you could look at it like the rest of your running backs only have to fight to fill that one spot. In a way, instead of having 7 to 8 running backs, you could literally have those two and pick 3 or 4, 3, whatever, and have maybe even one extra spot for a wide receiver because of that. You're not having 2 to 3 guys to cover one spot. You have now just 2 to cover one spot. Imagine if you had Madison and Cook and Tony Pollard and Zeke. You literally could, if you wanted to, start 2 of them on a bye week for the other guy, and then on the bye week for that guy, start the other 2, and literally hold 4 running backs total. So, Gunner, you see what I'm saying? I almost think that would be the best approach possible, and you literally could roll with 4 running backs all year. 4 running backs all year based on that thinking. I mean, it's kind of weird. It's kind of out there. I know that a lot of people don't like weird crap like that, but I literally would be okay with 4 running backs if I had that scenario. Wouldn't be surprised if we got sniped for Madison. I wouldn't either, but I don't think it's happening next round. I think everybody, even if we told them we're drafting Madison next round, it would be a dumb move for them to do it because it's almost dumb for us to do it, but we have an excuse to do it. And if we did take Madison next, we're guaranteed to have no issues with our running back one, as much as you can make it a guarantee. And yet, if another team took Madison in this next round, it'd be the biggest reach of the entire draft. And they'd almost be laughed at and only give him props for stepping on our player, but they'd be laughed at. It'd be like, how are you drafting with all of these good players on the board a guy that isn't necessarily in the same situation that Hunt feels like he's in, even though it's Stefanski, even though you could say Stefanski's going to use Madison and Hunt the same way. Hunt is a different player. In a different system that Stefanski apparently is going to use Hunt more as a wide receiver. It's just a little different. Hunt is special. Hunt's better than Madison. Hunt is a top 5 running back. Hunt is a top 5 running back. Why are you so obsessed with Stefanski? Says Herman. Well, first of all, welcome to the show. I'm not obsessed, man. I'm just an analyst providing you content, and I appreciate you. Why can't I tag people in the chat? It isn't working. I don't know why, Nolan. Hit the plus sign, see if that does it versus the @ symbol. I'm not sure if that's how it works in the chat or not. Is Monty taken yet? Monty is gone. Follower League after the throne. Noah, I've got a surprise for you. I hope to unravel that, as we get through this. But I have a new idea you're gonna love. Yeah, I feel that JP just wants Smitty's opinion. What is it? Tell me. Thanks for not being too hard on me, Smitty. You know it, bro. You've got to get out of taking a lap free card. JP, ask your question again. If the counselor says Tannehill is better than Lamar, wouldn't Tannehill be taken in the 2nd or 3rd round? Maybe he will. Maybe he will take him. He took DJ in round 1 last year, or number 1 overall. I almost crapped my pants on a live when that happened. Okay, you're in a 20-team league. I have the 18th spot. Is this the question? I'm on the clock. Top players, Drake, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Hopkins, Hill, Lamar, Kittle. I'm in a 20-team league. You have the 18th spot. Wow, those are some good players at 18, bro. So you have 2 picks coming up. What are the odds that Lamar falls to your 2nd pick since you're pretty close to the same pick? Is it Dynasty? Answer those for me, Nick. Hopkins over Drake, says JP. How long does everybody have to make their pick? 6 to 8 hours off at night. I don't really have an actual timer, so nobody's going to get skipped. It's more like we're going to apply the pressure. Tannehill's dad says that I'm sleeping on Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That's probably the biggest fake news I've ever heard in my life. Tannehill's dad knows that. It's redraft. Okay, let me go back up to your question. My eyes are like, my eyes are so dry. I'm on like 2 hours sleep. If it's a redraft, I'm going to say try and get Lamar with your second pick and go. If it was Dynasty, I'd say Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but Drake and Hopkins. And if Hopkins goes, Drake and Hill. And if Hill goes, Drake and Lamar. But I like Drake more. So in order, let's say Drake goes. Drake, Hopkins, Hill, Lamar. And try and get Kyler if you don't get Lamar. I wouldn't be opposed to Drake and Lamar, though, to be honest with you. Or I'd try and get the running back, though. I'd try and get a running back. Because all things are equal, I'd try and take the running back. Also, the Hunt pick wasn't fair. He didn't get the most votes. It never fails. It never fails. And who's saying that? Tannehill's dad. Oh, Tannehill's dad. Every time he says something, it's just to rattle me. But there are people that like literally every time we freaking do this, I do it as transparent as possible, and Tannehill's dad's just trying to rile me up. I do it as fair and honest and transparent as possible. You gonna update the thrown picks on IG tonight? Yeah, I should have a graphic up. JP says one running back, Smitty, and 2 wide receivers. That's why I said Hopkins. Oh, it's a good point, JP. How do you have more views on your YouTube live than Instagram live when you have more followers on your Instagram? Because Corey, thanks, Jay. Jay says haters gonna hate. Corey, YouTube is a bigger beast than Instagram. 4,000 followers on YouTube is equivalent to, if I had to guess and put a number on it, like 30,000 Instagram followers. To earn 1,000 YouTube followers, I'd say that's like 10,000 IG followers. So it's a different world. I can have up to 100 people live on my IG lives. Kind of depends on the night. But yeah, YouTube is much crazier. And imagine how many YouTube followers or how many people do you follow on YouTube? It's like, if with your notifications on, probably like 5 to 6 at the most, 10. And on IG, you're following, thousands of people sometimes, and a lot of people don't turn their notifications on. Rich says he loves the draft. I have the first pick. I'm thinking Mahomes. Don't go Mahomes at the first pick unless it's a 6 TD super flex or a 6-point TD league, which even then I don't know if I'd go Mahomes, bro. And I love Mahomes. So talk that out with us. I don't know if it's super flex, then I'm okay with that. Every time it's just because I randomly open it. It says Jay, Smitty, everybody turn their notifications on and hit the thumbs up. We have 60 to 100 people in here constantly, and we only have 29 thumbs up. And whoever asked that question, I always forget right away. Whoever asked that question, why do I have more viewers in my YouTube than my Instagram? Again, it's like a triple or quadruple equivocation between the two different follower accounts. So don't think that 7,000 followers on IG equals 7,000 on YouTube. It's not even close. Right? YouTube is so hard to earn 4,000 followers. It's like gold. It took a lot of grind. It took, I don't know, 450 videos with post-production, work, like probably 20,000, I don't know how many hours actually. So many hours of work, whereas IG you can do it fast. It's just not the same. But to impress you even more, comparing YouTube to Instagram. Instagram I love too, by the way. It's fun. It's a fun platform, and I tell stories on there with my stories. It's a lot shorter, different content, different feel, more humor based than YouTube. Get away with more. But during the year, if this impresses you, the difference between YouTube, um, during the season, we had 800 people in my lives during the Saturday night show. So if you think 60 is a lot, we're in the off season, bro. We have 500 to 800 people in my Saturday night live that I do every Saturday night, the pre Sunday morning show. So 60 to 100 is nothing. YouTube is out of control. Can't wait for the Sunday show, says Noah. Either can I, man. Smitty, what should we expect from Howard and Breda? I don't know. I'm staying away from both those running backs, dude. I'm not going near it. Keep grinding, Smitty. I think more and more people getting into Dynasty and Superflex and tight end premium leagues. Plus, Dynasty players are year-round. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Post-production is the true grind. It is, man. We got 11.3K followers. Only 600 views on a live. Isn't easier to gain traction on YouTube than IG though? No, Noah. No, it's not. YouTube is hard. People give up after 5 months on YouTube because they get 20 views on a video. You know, like right now, even with my pretty large following, we get, we can have a 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 view video, and on Instagram I can get 1,000 view my videos like that. It's definitely harder to get views. Did I play ball in high school? I played a lot of sports in high school, and I should have played college basketball, but I didn't have my head on straight. Not that I was a bad kid. I didn't have my head on straight for sports. I was done. I was burned out. I did track, and then I just was burned out. I'd played competitive sports at a total young age that kind of burned me out. And in retrospect, I screwed it up. I could have gotten like a full ride in basketball had I taken that last year seriously, or in track, especially track. If Trump can have over 15,000 people at his rally, no reason why the NFL can't have fans. I know people in Tulsa that COVID positive from the weekend. Everybody bringing in the COVID. By the way, Zeke Elliott is COVID proof to a point. There is some talk that you can re-catch COVID. More than likely, I've heard that's a positive test and then a false negative and then a positive. Because when you think about it, we haven't really known about COVID in a general sense until like February. And people are acting like they've caught it twice. Like you really caught COVID in March and then caught it in April. No, you probably never got rid of it. The thinking is, yeah, 3 positive tests. The middle one is a false negative. But Zeke Elliott, that boy is the most safe player in fantasy football heading into 2020 because he's already got the Rona and he's probably built up immunity to it, and he's asymptomatic. That neck of his won't let anything penetrate that. There's no way. All tests are false negatives and positives. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Symptoms. I don't even know what I said wrong, but I'm gonna give you the road on that, bro. I don't even know what I said wrong. Riff with the super. How you feel about Ertz? I hear they will phase him out since he's gonna be gone next year. Can you rank the top 10 tight ends? By the way, Cook was the right pick. Thank you, Riff. Riff with the super. Attaboy, Riff. Riff's trying to keep the lights on. Riff's going to be responsible for buying another book for this bookshelf. Riff. Thanks, Riff. Behind this wall, by the way, is going to be the new studio for the fantasy football show. That's in the plans. It could take until December. I'm hoping it's sooner. But I'm going to have my studio built out in a way that's going to make me Never go to bed, Tannehill's dad. So behind this, we're going to tear that wall down and build the fantasy football show. So you just wait. You just wait. And all these super chats are going to help with that. So thank you. No more. I'm not in a closet. Somebody think I'm in a closet? No more closet? Question mark, Don. Does it look like I'm in a closet? It's not a closet, bro. I built a little room in my house. It is small and narrow, but it's not a closet, bro. You can tell when someone's in a closet. It's like, you see wall here and a wall here and a back wall. Like, that's a closet, man. I'm not a closet. Oh, the shit people say, man. The closet looks like an office book room. My studio? This isn't my studio. This is my little library area. Let's see, Miss Smitty. I don't think Miss Smitty would appreciate me showing her right now. But really, I've done a studio tour before. You should look for that video. Look for that video. Smitty, who will be your all-time fantasy team quarterback, running back, and receivers? Let me tell you. Somebody asked me another question up here. What was it? Oh, another super chat. Hold on. Sorry, Riff. Riff asked me about the tight ends. Riff, are you still there? Let me know if you're still there, Riff. And then we got another super chat from Nolan. Thanks, Nolan. My Dynasty Superflex tight end premium so far: Drew Lock, Melvin Gordon, David Johnson, Hopkins, Juju, Odell, George Kittle, Zach Ertz. I do like it a lot. It's really good. I love Melvin. I don't love Drew Lock, but I don't hate him. I'm indifferent. I'm just kind of waiting. Don't love DJ, but it looks like you got good value because you got Melvin, Hopkins, Odell, Kittle, and Juju and Ertz. I mean, that's fantastic, bro. Nice job. Try and package some stuff together. Let's see here. Riff. Okay, Riff. Tight ends. Do you think getting the coronavirus will affect his fantasy draft value? Yeah, Corey, I think it is, and he's a steal because of it. He's the safest player now. He can't get it again. Closet gate, yeah. Okay, so tight ends. Number one, Kelsey. Redraft, dynasty, put Kittle in front of him. Number two, Kittle, and then dynasty, swap them. So Kittle and Kelsey. But Kelsey and Kittle in redraft. Number three in dynasty, same player, Andrews. Andrews is the third best tight end and the guy that can get closest to the top two. Number four, Darren Waller, who's oftentimes ranked outside the top 5 or 6. I love Waller. I think Waller's fantastic. He's fantastic. Number 5 is Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is going to be lower ranked in Dynasty, but in redraft, he's number 5. In Dynasty, I'd move up like Ingram, Hawkinson, Fant. Help me out here if I'm blinking on a couple guys. But in redraft, after Ertz, after Andrews, after Kittle, after Kelsey, it's Gronk for me in redraft. Dynasty, no. But Gronk or Evan Ingram are number 5, number 6 for me. I think Higbee's like in the 6 to 10 range. I think, okay, so it's redraft. Well, I'll hit it both angles for everybody. Higbee's in the 6 to 10 range. I don't really know that you could say he's bad at 10 or bad at 6. I mean, it's arguable. Hawkinson, I believe, could be 6 to 10. Ingram can be 6 to 10. Fant could be 6 to 10. Hunter Henry, not so sold on him staying healthy. Hooper, I don't like it. I don't like the situation. Hooper leaving Atlanta was not good. Hurst, I'm not on board the Hayden Hurst train like everybody else. I mean, he's okay. He's a guy I'd pick. Waller's number 4. Locked and loaded. Cook could be 6 to 12. Like, he could be really bad or he could be really good. Gesicki, 7 to 12. Keep throwing them at me, and I'll tell you the range. And these are redraft. Higbee a little higher in Dynasty. Hawkinson, if maybe not higher in Dynasty. Hawkinson and Fant definitely higher in Dynasty. Smitty, what is the number one draft strategy you have for us this year? Obviously, it depends on the draft pick. Yeah, I'll give you a couple. Thank you for the super chats, Riff and Nolan. I appreciate both of you. Cook is, like I said, 7. Did I say 7? 7 to 14. He could be bad or good. I might be missing a tight end or two, but I really like Evan Ingram. I think someone's got to make Danny Dimes look like a machine, and it's going to be Barkley. It's going to be Slayton, but I think it's also going to be Evan Ingram. I think Ingram could ball. Evan Ingram could be looking like a wide receiver at times. Where am I at now? What were we talking about? Oh, draft strategy. I love the Barkley McCaffrey in an auction. I love Barkley McCaffrey, Kyler specifically in an auction. I love if you're drafting late. I love going running back. I do not like wide receiver if drafting at like 11 or 12. Ingram could get hurt, yeah. But Evan Ingram's going to ball for as many games as he stays healthy. So if you're drafting at 11 or 12, I'd go running back. Why? Because Drake and Eckler are for sure going to be there. Or Jacobs and Eckler, Jacobs and Drake. You might get Derrick Henry there at times. Believe it or not, he falls. Can I get to the store in time? I was supposed to get some from Miss Smitty. Let's get to the store. I told Miss Smitty I'd do this. Ooh. Put on the socks. You guys are coming for a ride. Do I have enough charge on my phone? I think we're good. Let's see if we can get to the store on time. We got 14 minutes. I forgot to get the creamer. I'm gonna get in trouble. I gotta get the creamer. Son of a bitch. What car are you taking? The Batmobile. Got my wallet. Don't rotate the phone, it says. Ugh. All right, now I don't know what's going to happen to the audio when I plug this bad boy in, so you're going to have to let me know. All right, broskies. We're on our way. Smitty's got his anti-ojos on. There. How's the audio? You guys hear me? Let's not scratch the new car. And let's get on over to Fry's, because I promised Miss Smitty some damn creamer. Son of a bee. This is close. Also low fuel. Perfect. And my seatbelt's not on. This is not risk averse. This is not maximizing my draft value. This is putting me at risk. Can everybody hear me? Sounds a little like a robot. Why? Did I sound all right? I never knew you wear glasses. I do when I'm driving. Okay, audio's okay. All right, cool. Let me rant while I drive because I can't read. So I'm going to do a little. We're podcasting. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Show audio podcast, where Smitty cannot look down at the phone. You're listening to the Fantasy Football Show, where Smitty's very high on Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's going to ball out in 2020. When asked why Kareem Hunt's going to ball out, Smitty's answer is a definitive. The dude can ball. The dude is as talented as any running back in the entire league. and yet he's sitting behind Nick Chubb, a very aggressive runner that Smitty predicts to have a high risk injury percentage in his predictive injury data. Did you guys see the rapper and I going at it on IG? If you missed it, get on over to my Instagram account, fantasy football, or sorry, Instagram.com/the fantasy football show, or just go to Instagram on the app and search for the fantasy football show. And you will see the rapper and I totally going at it with his damn Nick Chubb 1.5 draft selection. Whoever's in here knows what I'm talking about. And then him and I start arguing about this and that, and it was damn good content. But I think I took him to school. I'd love to hear what you guys think, but get on over to Instagram and check that out. But basically, he was ripping on my DK Metcalf, our DK Metcalf pick. And then when I asked him, he's like, why would you take him over Ridley? And I'm like, you really going to go there? You really think it's not arguable that DK Metcalf could outscore Calvin Ridley? I mean, I like Ridley. You won't find a lot of people that were a lot higher on Ridley than I was. I was super high on Ridley last year. I still like him. That doesn't mean I can't like DK Metcalf more. So we start to go at it, and then he goes, no, I can understand that. I'm like, okay. Then he says he doesn't like our Mahomes pick. Doesn't like it. Like shook his head. Like not like I liked a couple. Said I don't like the Mahomes pick at 3.6 reach. Yet he took Lamar Jackson at 3.5 the pick before. Lamar Jackson 3.5. Patty Mahomes was 3.6. One pick apart. Our pick was after his pick, and he didn't like it. It was kind of odd. It was shocking. It was head scratching. Is Fry's open or closed? I'm feeling like it's closed. I'm not liking this. This son of a bee better be open. That shit looks closed, bros. I'm in trouble, man. I'm in trouble, bros. Smitty ain't getting creamer, I don't think. Where's my mask? Shit. I don't think 7-Eleven has creamer, do they? What the hell? No! No! Scooter ride, anyone? Anyone up for a scooter ride? Son of a bee. Well, that was a big miss. I'd get on that if I didn't feel like I'd catch COVID. Sorry, JP. Damn it. Damn it. I guess I could go running. Look at this. That's still in my car from the initial COVID hit. Got an extra one of these hiding. I've got what's that? Got some Sprite. Oh, there are my sunglasses. Sweet. Got the masks, the hammer, printer. Oh man. That sucks, man. I'm in trouble. I'm supposed to get creamer. That's the only thing she asked for. She's like, can you get creamer before they close? I don't understand though. I thought they're open till noon. 7-Eleven, do they have creamer? You know what she's gonna say? I heard you talking about Kareem Hunt. You had time to talk about Kareem Hunt, but you couldn't go get the creamer. Kareem Hunt, creamer. How hard is it to remember to get creamer when you're talking about Kareem Hunt constantly? You could get creamer while you're talking about cream. It's not that hard. That's what I'm going to hear all morning. Kareem Hunt, creamer. Kareem Hunt, creamer. I don't think they're going to have creamer at 7-Eleven. I just don't think they're going to. Does anybody know if they will? Now I'm out of gas. On the road again. Never hurts to check. It actually does. Because if I get COVID walking into 7-Eleven, that could hurt. I feel like a gas station's the most likely place to get COVID. I feel like COVID's surrounding me. Wentz can't seem to stay healthy though. Hunt locked into at least 5 to 8 receptions a game. I agree. I'd say the value of Hunt and the value of Miles Sanders are very similar before Miles Sanders gets the official between the tackles bump, which I think everyone's assuming he's going to get, and we don't know for sure. I think Kareem Hunt could have Miles Sanders value. And then, you know, obviously if Sanders gets all the between the tackles work, then Miles Sanders has way more production than Kareem Hunt. But I'm just saying, like last year, for example, I just feel like that's the kind of value Hunt's going to have. Hunt's going to be balling, dude. Hunt's going to have, there's going to be games where Hunt has, just naturally has more total yards and points and everything than Chubb, even when they're not trying to use Chubb less. It just, Hunt's going to break out. Hunt's going to be a great change of pace back in an offense that's going to overutilize the running back enough to give Hunt those opportunities. And let's get gas while we're here. Let's take care of that. Let's kill one bird, 2 stones. One bird with 2 stones. All right. Let's kill 10 birds. Creamer. All right. Bear with me. We're going to pump some gas. Smitty. Put an empty creamer container. No. That's going to get me in trouble, man. Trying to get me in trouble. Gas station probably has individual creamers. I could go look. This is QT. I'll go look. This is QT. You think the birds got me today? I think the birds got me today, fellas. Look at that bird shit. Son of a bee. What's QT? Quick Trip? You guys don't have Quick Trip? Take the L, Smitty. Yeah, they got me good, those birds. Those birds done gone F me up. No QT in Texas. QT is like the nicest place you can go to, man. It's in terms of a gas station. It's called Quick Trip because you literally go in and out. They like get you. They like cash. They like check 3 people out at a time. They're very quick. That's why they call it Quick Trip because they're like super quick. Get Rob live. Okay, I'll do my best. All right. 1 second. I'm gonna set you on the bird poop. All right, let's go check for some creamer. Let me get my mask. Hello. I don't see it. Oh, I'm in trouble. You don't have any creamer, do you?
Let me check. Sometimes it's like all the way in the back.
Okay.
At the very top. I think it's French vanilla.
Okay, that might not work then. Sort of be picky. Just curious what you had.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's French vanilla.
Okay.
See what this is. I got half and half.
No, I'm okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know. Miss Smitty ain't effing around. She wants a particular creamer. So I should have even known they wouldn't have had what she wanted. I was more so doing this for you guys. Do a burnout because is it in my creamer? Yeah, Miss Smitty. I gotta sanitize up. I gotta sanitize these paws. Dripping all over my pants. That's a good look. Sanitize the paws. I dropped one of my ear earpieces. Where did I gotta wipe this sucker off with alcohol. Smitty gonna be all OCD right now. I dropped this on the ground outside where people have stepped and put their COVID paws, shoes, spit, and then I accidentally put it in my ear. Because I was like, my natural reaction, I dropped it and put it in my ear. Is it bad to put alcohol in my ear? Couldn't hurt. Couldn't hurt. All right. Whoops. Where are my glasses? How the hell am I going to drive without my glasses? No! Son of a... This car is a turbo. It's a Honda hatchback sport turbo that I got a hell of a deal on. And I actually bought it on a live. And if I wanted to, I could floor it and show you, but I don't want to get a ticket on a live. Actually, that would be the best place to get a ticket, but I guess we can floor it. Put it into sport mode, turn off the econ, put on my seatbelt, drops it into second gear. Here we go. The sucker's fast, man. I haven't come across anybody that can take my car yet. Now, granted, I haven't challenged like I put it back in econ mode, put it back in normal drive. I haven't challenged anybody that was like driving a Mustang, souped up Mustang, or a souped up Dodge Charger, but like if I'm up against like a Wrangler Unlimited, even like one that's beefy, or if I'm going up against a typical like souped up Camry, or if I go up against just a regular decently looking fast car, this car seems faster than all those cars so far. Like any Jeep, I have a bunch of Jeep Unlimiteds. People think, oh, I got a big car, I got a big engine, whatever, and like I get on an off ramp, and boom, the sucker is fast, man. Is there any grocery store open 24 hours? I don't think so because of COVID. I probably put COVID in my ear. Son of a... If I get COVID, it's because of my earpiece. I dropped it. It was in the parking lot. I just put it back on and put it in my ear. I don't know why I did that. I think it's because I'm live. I'm not thinking. It was like 2-second rule. I don't think Walgreens... See, the kind of creamer she wants, man, is like the mocha... what is it called? I don't know. I'm in trouble. Especially if she watches this, she's gonna know the whole story. She's gonna be like, damn, you went late, that's why. Kareem Hunt. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Smitty's in trouble. I'm up Cream Creek without a paddle. I'm up Cream Creek without a creamer. I'm more worried about the COVID I put in my ear than I'm worried about the creamer at this point. I think I gave myself COVID. I might need to rename this live the COVID live. Son of a bee. At least we got gas. At least we got gas, man. At least we killed one bird with two stones. Oh, did I turn my light off? Yeah. Probably not doing a mock draft, to be honest, man. I think I'm about ready to call it. We went ahead, had a little adventure. The adventure was fun. Now we gotta sanitize again. Scrub the arms, wrists. Dip myself in hot boiling water. AJ Green bounce back year. Noah says this vlog is lit. I do need to work out too before I go to bed. I'm on a strict, like, I put myself on blast. I need to get in shape and work out and get to a certain weight level. Challenge type, motivational, self-inflicting challenge. So I'm trying to make up, like putting trash away and stuff, like doing everything I can to make up for the creamer. Like, put the trash, I threw the trash away. And the problem is, now that this is live, like, it could be rewatched. Like, it probably won't be. I don't think she is going to rewatch 87 minutes, but if she did, or somebody she knows, they could tell her, hey, I could say they were out. They didn't have the creamer. You know how picky you are? Like, they don't have the creamer you wanted. Like, it was gone. Like, I'm sorry, I went. I did go. It's not a lie. I did go. Just be like, they didn't have it. How can I say, without lying, how can I say they didn't have it when the doors were locked? I went, and it couldn't be had. The creamer wasn't there, present. Creamer wasn't within reach. Imagine telling your friend's husband about creamer. I didn't see it. I didn't see any creamer. Mike's got it. I didn't see any creamer. And I did ask a lady to find it, and she didn't have it, right? So I won't combine I won't combine the two locations, QT and Fries. So here's the story, just so we're all on the same page. I went. I did. I didn't see any. And I even asked somebody to look for it. And they said they only had French vanilla. Baby, you don't love French vanilla. I'm sorry. I should have got French vanilla. No? Okay. So I did good. That was correct. That was the correct decision. Get her to say yes. This is like trade negotiation. This is like fantasy football. Get her to say yes. Get her to say yes to it. And then that way, she's actually saying you did the right thing. Should I got the French vanilla? No. Oh, so I did the right thing? Yes, you did the right thing. Glad I did the right thing. I was really, really trying my best last night. I got gas when I was out, by the way. That was nice. That was helpful. I got COVID. I still feel like, oh God, why did I do that? I dropped it, and then I grabbed it, and I just put it right in my ear. Does anybody? We have anybody with medical experience? Can I put an alcohol wipe and go like this? Would that be bad? New nickname, Kareemer. Absolutely, I like it. I could only find French vanilla and half and half. Completely true. I like Mike. Nolan and Mike have been they're experienced with this. Smitty, the ultimate team Madden. I play with Priest Holmes, man. Quick Stop didn't have the creamer. That's half truth. They had half and half. Imagine telling your friends, Smitty, all-time fantasy team quarterback. All-time would be Kurt Warner, Marshall Falk, and Holmes in the backfield. Maybe Tomlinson, but also any one of those three. Wide receiver would be Randy Moss in his prime, Jerry Rice, and tight end would be Antonio Gates probably. Went on a creamer hunt. Lemon juice in your ear. I don't have a lemon. Do I have to go back to QT now? Tony Gonzalez, maybe. Yeah, that's a good point. Look, the ground doesn't have COVID. You're good. Big guy says. What else did I put in my ear, though? Like Bob could have stepped in something nasty, went to pump gas, go check his trunk, walk to the spot where I dropped it, and Bob's shoe germs got into my ear hole. Okay, big guy, still concerned. I got gas. I did. That's true. Terrell Owens, I like Terrell Owens, man. Terrell Owens would be great. Peroxide, okay. Maybe I'll scrub out peroxide. I think I'm done for the night, guys. 90 minutes. We've been an hour and a half live. Congratulations to every one of you who helped draft and sculpt what I believe to be the best thrown team. Granted, I do like a couple teams they're really good. Like the Gurus, he picked up a sleeperu.com membership and drafted Eckler, Hopkins, AJ Brown, and Melvin Gordon. That's literally a team I've been walking out there all off season long. Little fishy, Guru. A little bit suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious, Guru. I think you drafted a team Smitty from Sleeper U. That team's really good. That team's going to ball. I love AJ Brown and Gordon. Fantastic third and fourth round picks. You can't miss with Eckler and Hopkins. Like I like it. I like our team as much, but he could definitely ball with us all year long. So good boy, Guru. Sleeper U cost Thomas Smitty. Why are your Sleeper U cost so much? Thomas, email me. Okay, email me. I'll see if I can figure something out. I can't give you the one-on-one advice cheaper because that takes so much of my damn time. But email me and I'll look and see what I can do for you on the membership side. Yeah, so email me. You need to take Hollywood next round. Probably won't make it to your 7.6. He might, but you couldn't chance. Yeah, I think Madison probably would make it to our 7th round, but it wouldn't shock me if someone grabbed Madison early. I think we definitely can get Madison next pick. Am I crazy of thinking Jonathan Taylor can be like Barkley? I mean, I don't think he's that good, dude. Barkley, no, I don't think you're crazy, but I think you're borderline giving Taylor a little too much credit. Like Taylor, miss. I'm leaving socks all over the floor. Didn't get creamer. What good am I? I often say that when I hit. I often say I'm the most disappointing man in my house. Like you guys, I'm not saying. I mean, you obviously come to watch. Like you enjoy watching the show. You probably imagine it very different at House Smitty. No, House Smitty's constantly disappointing the family. Like, when are you getting off your show? When are you coming to dinner? When are you going to get the creamer? Like, I'm the most disappointing man on the planet around these parts. I can't believe I I spilled the creamer on this one, man. I had one job. Get creamer. It's literally 9. I'm like, baby, I gotta do the throne draft. I gotta do this. I'm sorry, I gotta do the throne draft. It was like 9:45 when I started doing all this. Like, just get the fries before midnight, which I did. They were closed. I think they closed at 11. Just get the fries and get the creamer. That's all I care about. You want to live stream all night? That's fine. Just I want to wake up and have creamer in the fridge. The mocha. What's it called? I don't even remember what it's called. I don't even know if I could have found. If I was in fries, I probably wouldn't have found the right creamer because I wouldn't remember what the damn thing's called. Peppermint mocha, I think. If I saw it, I'd know it. I think I'd be money. I think I'd be on the ball there. Dynasty, I traded Madison and a third round pick for Jerry Judy. I like that. That's pretty damn good. Everybody's calling you dumb. No, I like that. Judy's worth it. Smitty, your all-time fantasy team quarterback, running back. I think I've already answered this one. Watkins, Warner, Falk, Holmes, Priest Holmes, Tomlinson could be replace either one of those. They're all three the same. Jerry Rice and Priest Holmes, Randy Moss, and either Antonio Gates or Tony Gonzalez. I don't know what wide receiver I would pick over Rice, actually. It'd be Randy Moss and maybe Mike Thomas. Will Pollard and Madison ever be starters? I think, yeah. I think there's a chance that one of them does start some games. I hope it's not, for our throne's sake. I hope it's not Cook that misses time. But there's an opportunity there, and Madison especially currently could have another open door to that if Cook holds out. So AB has to be a consideration. AB, eventually, big guy. I'd take AB at the end of the draft. We'll have to get cute there. Somebody's going to do that, and we'll probably be one to do that. Calvin Johnson probably is one that's up there. I don't know if he outscored everybody historically though. Did he? Kareem Hunt and Mark Andrews, or Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jack Doyle. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, because I could replace Doyle with another better player, and I'd just rather have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, bro. Julio, I don't know if Julio is like one of the highest scoring fantasy guys ever, though, bro. I don't think so. Julio's damn good, but I don't think he's like top 2. I don't know who would. I mean, Moss definitely. Moss had a huge 20-plus TD season. In his prime, Moss was, there's nobody better than Moss in his prime at wide receiver. Moss was the number 1 overall pick in fantasy leagues the year he went to New England and went off. That next year, he was the number 1 overall pick in a lot of drafts. What wide receivers ever been drafted number 1 overall that you can remember? Torrey Holt was up there, but I don't know if he was like, borderline number 1. AB, probably Antonio Brown during his prime. That's a good point. AB and Moss. I don't think Julio was up there. I was talking real football. Okay, real football. It's still Kurt Warner. I just love Kurt Warner, man. So good. I mean, look what he did so late in his career and so fast. He didn't have a learning curve when he got to the NFL. I could, Peyton Manning, you could argue, I get it, but Kurt Warner. Marvin Harrison was great. But if I had to do my all-time just NFL team, it'd be Kurt Warner. It would be Priest Holmes still, Barry Sanders in the backfield. And then, or Marshall Faulk. And then wide receiver, it would still be Randy Moss. Fantasy NFL would be the same players, man. Same players. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I appreciate all of you. Please thumb up on your way out. Please comment when the video goes live on YouTube again. The live chat will be visible if you click on live chat, but the comments will be cleared out. And that's your chance to ask me a question, especially right when it posts. I get to all my early questions the first day or two. So if you have a dire question you want answered, you're literally almost guaranteed, because I sometimes miss some, but you're almost guaranteed to get a personal reply from me if you comment on my videos the first day that it's posted and out there, because it helps my engagement and that helps YouTube understand that it's content people want. So I'm urging you to ask me a question right when this video posts, because I will answer you. Like, that's direct access to me. You literally can get a question answered every time I end a live. So ask me, or just make a comment, give a thumbs up, and subscribe if you're new. And get on over to Instagram, search for the Fantasy Football Show, and get involved in the Throne League. A lot of it takes place on YouTube, but some of the early stuff before, like right now tonight, we came on with the pick already done on YouTube. Whereas on Instagram, you're going to definitely not miss out on any of the early developments of the pick, of getting the players narrowed down. My Discord at sleeperu.com/Discord. Sleeper, the letter U like a university.com/Discord. DISCORD. And join that, because not only do we talk Throne, there's a channel for Throne Talk only. There's all kinds of, they're called channels, servers where we have, redraft, dynasty. It's just a big chat room with different topics. You could say forum topics. And not only do you have the Throne Talk there, but literally 300 to 400 die-hard fantasy football talking people that, like, you say, should I make this trade? And 4 or 5 seconds later, you see someone hop on because they get alerted and they answer your question. Like, it's the best place to go for advice. It's growing. The community's insane. That community is probably better at helping you than the Instagram comment section, which is crazy. So Discord, it's free, and you can talk fantasy football 365. You need a league? You want to join someone's league? People are announcing that they have a league in there all the time. So get on over there and jump in. Watson will be great this year. I agree, Seven. I think people are undervaluing Watson. Brandon Cooks will be good enough. Brandon Cooks will be really good. Yeah, Watson Hopkins duo, it sucks to watch it go away, but Andre Johnson was amazing, yeah. All right, later, people. Appreciate you. Go Kareem Hunt.